Okay. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, bro.
Joe.
Joe, it's a pleasure to meet you, bro. Thank you for taking me through the Inipi yesterday and leading it. It was my first experience in something such as this. There's a few names for it. There's what do I call it? Sweat Lodge and an Inipi, and I've heard it at Temescal as well. So if you could tell me a bit more about the difference between those, the Inipi and the Temescal, and the culture as well. Be interesting to hear about that.
Temescal is traditionally from Mexico. Inipi is from the Lakota people. The Temescal is built with clay. The Inipi is built with 16 willow poles. This comes from the plains of North America, from the Dakota people. Sweat Lodge is a translation of that, basically, for English. It's not actually a translation of Inipi, but it's just sharing what it is. It's a lodge that you go in and sweat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sweat together with the stones in the centre. So with can you talk a bit about the process of preparing the fire and bringing the stones to the centre, and also the tobacco, which I found interesting as the offering to the fire, from what I understand, but to my audience would be amazing to hear what you have to say about that.
Yes, the whole setup is with stones. It's with the elements: the earth, the fire, the air, and the water. You know, we warm up the stones. The stones is the most ancient nation on the planet, the mineral nation. So what we do is we cover this space with the stone that's been used. This represents the half moon of the feminine. Inside is the fire, like the nucleus of the cell. We warm the stones up there and bring the stones into this lodge here. This is a temple. This is a place we go to pray. It's dark there. This represents the universal womb of the mother. Like, it's dark and we breathe water from the sweat, from the evaporation of water on the hot stones. So that's kind of the method of doing it, yeah.
And the songs that were sung in there during some of the rounds. So I'm pretty used to, like, I've sat a lot of ayahuasca ceremonies and made my connection with the Amazon rainforest through their songs, and I know that the song takes you through the journey of the experience itself. So the songs, are they their prayers in the traditional language of?
Yeah, their prayers. The specific invocations, specific frequencies to bring into that space for healing, for inviting, for honouring the directions, honouring specific animals: the buffalo, the bear, the eagle. Songs of gratitude as well, with the frequency of gratitude. So each round, we do 4 rounds traditionally. Each round has a specific correlation with the element, with the nations, with the different bodies within the human, the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. So these songs are frequencies that fill the space, which then can recalibrate internally.
Mm-hmm. So paired with the stones, and you're activating the stones and the minerals within the stones and all the other elements within that, you're amplifying, and you're really bringing in the earth, and bringing us closer to the connection of source of everything.
Primordial source.
Primordial source.
You've heard of primordial soup. This kind of moment when all elements were coming together, and it was the primal times when all the minerals and this earth wasn't here. It was all just liquid moving, or gas, and finding itself. This liquefied. They went from liquefying to solidifying, should I say. And now we're left with a solid earth, you know what I mean? So this contains the memory of that origin, the memory of primordial energy. So when we have the stones and we pour the water on the stones, we're alchemizing these elements, which is bringing a specific kind of possibility of change, transmutation, which kind of affect the internal territory as well as the external territory. If we can connect in that way, you know, and through the songs, through the darkness, through the water, through the prayer, through the way that this technology is set up. Certain cogs, for example, in an engine, they work a certain way. If they're not in the right way, they don't move. That's why we do this just to the way that we learn it from the traditional methods from the Lakota people.
Yeah, powerful stuff, man. It's an honour to be part of it and be introduced to it as well. Yeah, is the maybe a little bit about yourself? Is like what brought you on this path and this journey?
I left England when I realised there wasn't anything else for me to kind of do that I wanted to do. And then when I was 22, started traveling like Asia, different places. Ended up in South America about 13 years ago, traveling. On an introspective journey, I felt like there was something inside of me that wasn't getting externally. I wasn't finding external resonance in it, in people. It felt like there was something in me that I wasn't being seen. So I wanted to go and study that. I wanted to find out what it was and where it was coming from. So I found out that that's part of me. Maybe it's the soul or something like that, but a deeper connection with me and the source, with the creator. I used to pray when I was younger, like praying for family and stuff, and I also come across plant medicines and different indigenous nations around the Americas and spent time with them. And I've been going back for the last, been going back every year since then. Go back for ceremonies for the Inipi, for the Sundance, for the Vision Quest, the Hamblecha Yapi, Vision Quest ceremony. 4 days no food or water dance into the mountain on your own. Sundance, 4 days no food or water dancing to the sun.
Wow.
So there's different methods of this. I like it because you don't need to drink anything. You don't need to eat anything. There's not a third party involvement. It's a direct connection with one and the creator, which can never be denied. Once that connection is nurtured and taken care of, then nothing can get in the way of that. So it becomes the movement from belief and opinion into knowing. I feel from this knowing, this is going to be the foundations of moving forward as in this dawn of a new humanity that we're building, that we're growing, that we're amplifying this prayer of unification, of connection with people, with the land, with all nations, with the four-legged, with the two-legged, two-winged nation. All of this, all the plants, the time's amplifying now, and now's the time like never before. The ancient ones talk about. Some say the rainbow prophecy, condor eagle prophecy. But all the ancient traditions, indigenous traditions, talk about this time now where all of the stories of creation led them to this moment, and now is the moment for us to live the moment, live the truth, and be the truth, rather than listening to the truth or reading truth or feeling or trusting in truth or believing in truth, but to live the truth, to be the truth. This is the time now.
That's beautiful, brother. Thank you for sharing everything.
You're
there.
welcome.
It was,
come back anytime.
yeah, I'd love to actually come back and do maybe a more in-depth experience, but I'd like to learn more about what you're building here in Glastonbury, because I heard you're doing the Sundance here soon, and also are you doing is that tied in with the Vision Quest?
We've been doing Vision Quest now 5 years, England, Wales. So people are prepared, yeah. Now we're bringing the Sundance. It's a big prayer for a long time, hundreds of years to bring it here. Now it's happening.
Exciting.
It's quite a monumental moment for sure. There's people who've had this vision. I'm not the only one, but I have a part to play, just as everybody does. In this.
We're playing an orchestra.
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful, man. Where can people find you?
Usually around the fire.
Amazing. In Glastonbury.
Yeah. In Glastonbury, I'm all over England.
Yeah, all over England, yeah.
Europe and often the world if doing this. But I suppose for connection, like social media, I'm on Instagram, Facebook.
I'll link it.
Yeah, link it up. And then if people feel called to be a part of it, then now's the time, you know what I mean? Now's the time to come together.
So one of the things that I had going in there was the fear of being in the intensity and not being able to get out. And what I learned in there is that I could actually rise to it. That if I went down to closer to the ground, it was less intense for me. And if I needed that break, I could. So knowing that I could have that, but then also challenge myself as I rise, really showed me that there's levels to this, and that you can go deeper into it willingly. So there was this fear of me being trapped, but actually now getting over that and also seeing that it's okay, and also knowing that there's challenges in there for me to go back and to rise above the next time I come. I'm very excited to start that journey and to keep leveling up.
Yeah, there's some good reflections in there for growth, you know what I mean? sometimes you see things and it's not like visions, but it's just like you shared. You know, it's reflections of how we interact with this, with the mind saying, "Oh, now you need to get out because it's too hot." But rather than kind of being like, "Okay, yeah," you get to that quietens after a while of going through it, and then you come to a next mind question, and then you go through that, and then after a while it becomes peace. You know what I mean? There's peace in between them, and then there's peace at the end of it. So, you know, for me, this is what it is. We're cultivating an internal territory where we can live in peace. This then will transcend the idea that what's happening around us can affect us inside, because we take responsibility for what's happening within our initial territory.
But it's like discovering that center, isn't it, for a lot of people? Like returning back to that center of peace, even through the difficulty, and also knowing that you can go through the intensity and come out of it and be okay and be almost like transformed, you know. And then out in your daily life, you're kind of stressing yourself in a good way, so that when stress does come your way outside of it, you can deal with it. You're stronger because of it. So I feel like there's a lot of physical, mental and spiritual strength that can be gained from these experiences, for my own personal journey, and for many other people's as well. And there's a lot of people look at this and have their own labels and lack of understanding, and I'm here to really just to make this open for everyone, you know, to really show that, I mean, even the 8-month-old baby that was sat in there, like what a beautiful thing to be sat in with, and to experience, really showing that it is open to all, and we can all come together and support each other in song, in prayer, and really bring this new earth together, and for us all to step into our power and lead forward this new earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's the time, bro.
Yeah, now's the time, man.
Right, respect.
Yeah, big love.